Are you're on a ghost ride full of unhappy minions to your workplace, where you feel that your bosses are soul-sucking demons waiting for you to give up and leave the job eventually, or you are waiting for one day when you finally finish your work on a Friday evening and go home without an obligation of getting up and going back to work on Monday. How sad it sounds that you had spent nearly 40 to 50 years in a place where you were not happy. And that's just because you wanted to earn money. How about we tell you that there are plenty of ways to earn money without compelling yourself to work for your Dracula bosses? Hello and welcome back to our channel. We are delighted to see you here, although it hasn't been that long since our last video, because we can't keep ourselves away from you for much longer. Just joking. Today we have something exciting for you. Please watch the video till the end so that you don't make the same mistake as others did or tend to do. Step 1. Bigger picture. To retire early, you must have the ability to see a bigger picture. That is, even if you leave your job or retire early, you would still be able to make it to your old age without struggling for financial assistance. That is what you fear the most, right? All you have to do is make a goal of achieving financial independence, and that too not just from your family, but also from your usual job as well. Investors may not be able to compensate for the psychological and social benefits that their jobs and workplaces supplied. That involves considering what kind of part-time or volunteer work you'd like to do, what kinds of hobbies you'd like to pursue, and how much traveling you'd like to do, among a slew of other objectives. Is it too much for you to follow? Well, let's follow us ahead in the video, and you will find out what we are talking about. Step 2. Financial planning. If you are an adult who is about to take a job or is currently working, the next thing that you have to do is start financial planning for your early retirement. According to experts, there is a movement called FIRE which helps you to retire early. FIRE is a simple concept. You can take retirement early if you focus on excessive saving and investing to generate a big fortune. Before retiring, the goal should be to pay off all of your debts and begin generating passive income. As a result, you may need to practice thrifty living starting from today in order to live comfortably later. And when you can't decide what should be the amount that you must have for your retirement, then you must follow a rule of 4% given by William Benjamin. He gave the idea of safe withdrawal rate in 1994. The 4% rule is how it's known. He recommends that your retirement savings must be 25 times your yearly spending, allowing you to withdraw 4% per year. This provides you a rough estimate of how much money you'll require when you retire. Retirees can withdraw up to 4% of their assets each year in retirement without depleting it over a 30-year period according to the Trinity study. However, if you expect to retire by the age of 40, you may be looking at a retirement that lasts much longer than 30 years. Some early retirees aim for a 3% withdrawal rate to compensate for a lengthier retirement. PNC Wealth Management wealth strategist Aaron Brand recommends becoming even more conservative with a 2% annual withdrawal rate. Step 3. Set saving goals. To come up with a savings target, increase your projected annual income in retirement by 25. So, if you want $50,000 every year for the next 25 years, you'll need $1.25 million. However, this presupposes you retire at a reasonably young age. If you want to extend your retirement by 30 years, you'll need more like $3.5 million. This is just a rough figure to give you an idea. Your numbers can go a little up or down according to your convenience. When you've decided on a long-term goal, consider how much money you've already saved and how much time you have until you are 40. Let's imagine you're 27 years old, earning $60,000 per year, and you're just starting to save towards a $1.5 million goal. If you save half of your monthly income, $2,500, you could retire at 40 with around $6.7 million. Over the course of 4 to 5 years of retirement, this might amount to around $2,000 each month in income. Step 4. Plans to keep earning. Early retirement isn't about quitting your job. It's about getting complete control over your time, says one expert. After leaving the 9-to-5 grind, most investors look for part-time or gig economy work that matches their new lifestyle, while providing a modest income to cover living expenses. These positions may also provide benefits such as health insurance, which can help you bridge the gap between now and retirement. You can attain early retirement considerably sooner if you want to continue working, because you won't need as much money in investments to sustain your lifestyle. Step 5. Increase your income. Reduce your costs as much as feasible. If you're an adult aspiring to earn more and have a clear framework to take an early retirement, reduce your outflow by sharing your room, selling your car and taking public transit instead, or canceling your Netflix subscription. Increase your income and put the extra money into investments. To supplement your income, you could work longer hours or take on a part-time job. When people reach their 40s and 50s, they'd often reach their peak earning years. If you want to retire by that time, you may need to accelerate your earnings today. There are several approaches to this. You may ask for a raise or a promotion at your current employment, or you could work part-time. If those options aren't available, you could establish a job on the side or a small business to supplement your income. The more money you make, the more money you can put aside for retirees. The amount of time you'll need to save and invest to fulfill your living expenditures after 4 to 5 is influenced by your annual earnings. Step 6. Social Security Strategies. Well, here's a bummer. You can start withdrawing your Social Security only after the age of 62. Without going into too much detail about how Social Security works, the first thing you should consider when setting an income goal is how much of it will come from fixed, dependable sources. It's probably advisable to leave Social Security out of your early retirement calculations if you plan to retire years before you're eligible for it. If you have any pensions or retirement plans that will start paying out shortly after you retire, they should definitely be factored in. You're probably a few years or more behind on your retirement savings if you're like most Americans. However, a few obscure Social Security secrets may be able to help you increase your retirement income. Step 7. Manage your tax liability. Investing for early retirement also entails rebalancing on a regular basis to keep on track with your performance goals and take advantage of tax losses. Loss harvesting is the practice of selling a depreciating asset to offset the capital gains tax you might owe on a higher performing investment. Take use of deposit accounts as well. Contributions to typical IRA, an individual retirement account to which one contributes after tax dollars, are generally tax deductible, and disbursements are taxed at your regular rate in income tax during retirement. Contributions to an IRA, on the other hand, are not tax deductible. However, beginning at age 60, you can make tax-free IRA withdrawals, and contributions to a health savings account, HSA, are tax deductible, and withdrawals are tax-free when used to pay for certain medical expenditures. Step 8. Take account for medical and healthcare benefits. One thing that the people willing to take early retirement forget to consider and end up regretting for their actions is when it comes to healthcare. Having a strategy is equally crucial. If you don't know, the age of Medicare eligibility is 65, regardless of when you retire or file for Social Security. You may be privileged enough to have a job that helps to keep your existing health plan after retiring, as many public sector workers do the same. But if not, you'll need to figure out where you'll get your health insurance and how you will pay for it. Step 9. Invest strategically. The majority of financial professionals think that the younger you are, the more risk you can take. In theory, if the market crashes when you're in your 20s or 30s, your portfolio will have years to revive before you need to use the assets. Early retirement adds a twist to this logic. If you are determined or intended to retire by 4 to 5, you might want to be more cautious to avoid jeopardizing your plans. Make sure to diversify your investment activities when building your portfolio. Consider the cost you'll be charged for each investment. Fees can eat into your returns over time, so you should try to avoid them as much as possible. Well, if you are a person who has now made up your mind to try out these strategies to spend your 30s and 40s in a little less stressful manner than the usual, just to make your 50s averagely fine, you should definitely think about it. Do something out of the box, and don't be a part of the crowd, we'd say. If you liked our video, please give a thumbs up, Your appreciation encourages us to make more videos and provide you with more of such interesting information. And if you have a specific topic you'd like to learn, please leave a comment below, and we will definitely get back to you in our next episode.